Time for the El Clásico of friends, my friends, between Gentlemates and Karmine Corp. This is the first time ever that this game is going to happen. But I want to be present on the first map at least, okay? I have another game to finish. And if there's time, I will come back for the second one and possibly the third, okay? So yeah, enjoy the game.
It seemed reasonable, but they hadn't played it since. Then it became that sort of vetoed out map.
Yeah.
They've gone back to the kitchen and cooked us up a Phoenix.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it to get another, I don't even want to say wacky comp, but a wacky choice coming out in the form of the Phoenix. Certainly here for how they want to complement alongside Martine on the Yoru. Slow start here, but actually a quick creep up outside B.
Yeah, so early work from Martine and an early death. Kamek, clean work. Aves, Martine gone. Keeping it simple, certainly not keeping it exactly in their side. So now a couple of issues starting to be presented here. Sadak, Sugetsu and Elite left with a lot of work on their hands. And this pause for thought, looking for anyone to try and re-clear. There it is, double face. Nice again from Kamek. Just clearing house and Mini. Getting his name up in the feed and closing out. Gentlemates, solid start here, Mike.
Yeah, again, just Kamek holding his ground and basically has the solo anchor on B site here.
Gosh, lovely on
Quick kills. Aves and Martine dropped immediately. There's no real threat developing. KC just maybe hoping somebody was going to...
And pressure now through from Garage. Kata is in a world of trouble. Get out of there.
Almost want him out of sight altogether here with the gap rotation, but he's going to try and make something happen off the paranoia. He does.
Okay, he's got Aves. Disrespecting it. You thought that would have been time to retreat, but no. Wanted to play ahead and bring it back down to this 4v4.
I think anybody else from Gentlemates will have a say in this, but actually KC not committed towards the plant. Once again, cutting sound and waiting for an overstep here, but Elite's in a really weird position here. Gentlemates are winning out on the fights.
Does Zipan get info? Does. That's two. And there's the ult. They're being proactive. They want to be aggressive, and they're rewarded. Oh, Click with it all. Feasting down long. Just Elite alive. That is perfect. And in zone flawless. And Gentlemates showing they have that fire in them. 1 split. Looking like B is the eventual goal. Flash in, but we can already see the posturing and already look at the space once again being taken. These fundamentals are working brilliantly for Gentlemates to keep map control.
Click has to be considered this time around, surely. I mean, Elite is in a disconnected position, and actually you can see elsewhere proactive towards A-Link from Karmine Corp. The drone actually invested so deep on, it's going to spot out Mini.
This is Fury coming in. Mini's going to go down. This is better. Kata trying to be controlled, but it doesn't work. Zipan the only one to find Sadak here, really. Down to that 2v3. Sugetsu, Martine, Elite, all still here. Trying to play from the site and one down towards main. A quick way out towards main, at least for Sugetsu. But can they get this done in time? The time is ticking here. This looks good. That shot looks great, though. But time is going to be a factor. They've got to know it. They're doing so well here, though. But this is so close. I don't think there's time now to make a go of it. No, Sugetsu playing it to the second, but it took a lot.
I mean, frugal though with the ultimates. They only really burned up the neural theft and the run it back. So credit in that regard for KC to find their second. Gentlemates definitely made it interesting though.
It felt like it was left a little too late maybe for Click to make that a little bit of a play in, because it felt like they're holding all those extremities.
Yeah.
But they just gets diffed in the 1v1.
And again, I believe it was 3 bodies. Much of a commitment behind it.
My camera is this.
Early round actually versus Kada over here on the solo anchor. Deep trip outside the choke though. It's the clone to set it off.
Go Mini though, still very much around, just playing off the back of the smoke. That's lovely! Oh, I thought he could have had the follow-up on that, but great trade from Sugetsu to keep this site secure.
Now previously, plant will come through. No hesitation this time around from KC. TP will come through from Kada. We're on to plant actually, so we'll clear some space. I don't think he actually could have got a glance of anybody there though.
What's the goer? It looks like this, but again, Click. Okay, just melts the face of Martine. Spacing now becomes important. No one to capitalize on that space given. So Sugetsu still gets safety, joined by Elite. Nice little close to the round. Holding this solo does have a little bit of that Cypher utility to complement the position, but info's here, but it feels like it's a little too late. Zipan He's going to be caught in a terribly hard predicament. He's found a little bit of a corner to play from, though. Not been challenged yet, and Aves doesn't get what he wants. The ult is going to be burnt out on this one. The follow-up flash was fantastic. Zipan goes down. They get a corner of the site, but it is only a corner. Gentlemate's funneling through to play off the wall of graffiti, but it seems like an awareness. Aware of what's there. Click still does well with 2. But it is down to the... Where did Mini get that other one from? The shot on Aves, fair enough, but now you're up against an open who's got a TP. You can see the consideration from Mini here.
Mini's going to be here way earlier than I think Sugetsu's probably going to anticipate, but does smoke himself off. So another safety blanket provided.
He's swinging, and Mini doesn't miss.
That second kill was outrageous from Heaven, Lauren.
Give me that replay. Give me that.
But it's another situation where after the execute comes through, there's just this, I don't know if it's hesitation or what, but the plant doesn't come through when you're expecting it to.
Oh, little fadeaway on it. Very nice.
Yeah, unfortunately, because Sugetsu smokes himself off, he has to make a move out there.
Look, that A approach was something that Gentlemates had been doing well with handling. Now the rest of the map had been waving that KC banner a little bit bluer. It's already Martin. Gonna take some space here, allow for the rest of the push-up to come in, but what's the approach? It's actually a lead to catch.
Yeah, Click's been, on B actually. Maybe in transition.
Hold on, they're trying to make a push on this one, and they've got to be ready now. Martin and Aves both falling. There's now a real avenue back towards this site. Do they continue to try and re-clear? The information's there, but the shot is great from Elite. Needs a bit more, gets a bit more with Sugetsu. Now down to the 1v1. Sugetsu lost it last time.
North F goes off though.
This should be, I don't want to say a default win, but it gives him at least control on the corner. He walks it, and it's a shot again. Sugetsu, heartbreaking for him, but hard to win 1v1s.
We'll just confirm the kills well, but a 7-5 half for Gentlemates. A brilliant way to end out this half. 2-round buffer. Karmine Corp slowly building back in, and have to see if that does continue into the second half. No overcommitment just yet from KC. Drone potentially going to clear Aves out of this position, but Martin actually wins out in mid. He's found 2.
Zipan tries to pull it back from the brink, but finding 2 is exceptional. Massive value on that. So they go from here, though. This feels a little adrift, a little bit left out to shore. Real intent behind it. They're losing map space. You look over towards A-Long. Sadak's already taken that away from them.
Problem being as well, later into this round, potentially in a retake scenario, Sugetsu still has the paranoia.
30 seconds left.
A big tool available. Canada actually respectively as well, on the other side does. Still a trip, so this will be noted at least, before Gentlemates can find their way onto site. No resistance on the way in. See, actually, probably going to buy some time for Sadak. He's all the way in towards attacker spawn here. Karmine got to be careful in the smoke.
Oh, but the paranoia! They used it just to take down Aves, really, and they get away.
Yes, Sugetsu's is burnt up as well. Almost wasted in that exchange.
Surprised they sent it. Sadak's position, though, do they even consider this? His dart could be pivotal, looking at where they're playing. Could put Zipan on the line. But he's not actually utilizing it yet. They're right at the door here. Sadak wanted the surprise over the utility, and it's gone wrong. Gentlemates dig in deep.
3v4 for Gentlemates. Click. Called upon potentially. Sadak only with the Guardian, but won't be overwhelmed here. That's Martin as well, but Click isolates him one.
They don't know about Martin. Do they still try and
do they re-clear this?
I feel like you don't. They tried, but Martin is so clean today. Couldn't outdo Mini in the end, but right there is Sugetsu to add the full stop. Oh, it's going to be an absolute massacre in there. Again, Sugetsu. Anyone else going to try and join in? Nah. Aves goes down. That looked weird as anything. And now a 3v3. Zipan. Looking nasty. The spike coming back on over because he's overdoing this, overly succeeding near on. They know about Martin now.
Gentlemates still with a little bit of time and still a gap actually. Sadak exploring towards B now.
gone out of here though. Martin's still trying to linger
another
around.
one.
Yeah.
Wants another one.
Trying to get him
He's got
back
it.
to a 2v2. What he wants, he gets. And they're trying to find a fight. Look at this plant position here. Sadak trying to get a bit of info. You ain't going to get much from that now. Reposition going to come in. Where do they opt for? Can't fall far. They look towards Garage, but it's not the place. It's CT. Martin steps forward, looks for a fight. He's got it. Martin is vicious today. What a beautiful round.
So he was at some point still kind of trailing behind with Aves numerically, but now, for the last few rounds, what, three two pieces, maybe another 3K on top of that?
One enemy remaining.
Definitely found his footing here on Haven now. Off an opener if they can find it. See people come through. Actually, Click can't deal with the trip, but lucky not to get punished.
Yeah, I thought he was done for. Not the case. We're going to see a lot of those ults coming in. Kana makes light work to get so he gets caught. Just trying to get away. But a quick run towards C-Boy. Saw it earlier. Martin, the man you want to avoid, tucked away down C-Long. Now they're going to try and pressure CT on the other side of things, so a bit of split focus to be had here. Click going to pop the ult, but he gets outdone. Aves, Martin trying to find some damage. He can't turn the flash. Zipan could be in a huge position, though. He's got so much work ahead of him. Takes away Sadak. Still two more to claim if he wants a chance. Oh, he's got another! But the big man himself, Martin, has been a monster, and he's not losing this one either.
KC to tie things up here in a chaotic exchange over on C site. Very quick pivot actually out of B. Said Click's lucky not to lose his life. First real value we've seen from the running back as well in terms of denying that rotation. Actually following up and finding 3 on the round for Aves. Much needed. The finances as well.
I love this stack too. Probably going to cast a curse it, but I like the idea. Maybe feeling that Gentlemates felt they had an advantage. Here it is. It's gorgeous. Oh!
2 for 2 though. That's not great.
No, with stingers.
So gets you down to 70 as well.
Sadak!
Okay.
He's just digging in. This is a 1v2 and Mini. He can probably get a gun out of this.
He can get a gun. He's got his ultimate as well.
Spike is a bit of an issue, but it's not impossible. Info time. Mini, he is dangerous. He is really dangerous, but not dangerous enough today. KC just really continuing this march now. Cautious. His absence of presence should be ringing the alarm bells. Does Sadak get to survive?
Gotta be careful now, yeah.
Okay, he's out of there. That's fine. You take that. Play for the retake, I guess. You do have the ults for it now. Martin there, Sadak there. You got Aves as well. Find me some targets, find me some bodies. They're throwing everything at this. If Gentlemates survive, it'd be a miracle. They've already denied Aves getting any more damage done. Martin with a quick readjust down towards Long. They're pinned on the site, and Martin is taking their heads off. It's KC just mangling Gentlemates down to just Kamek. Overwhelmed, outdone, everything poured in.
On A long, this time around, Gentlemates was looking to make a contact play up, but Sadak, he smells something fishy. Sugetsu as well. Want to find Zipan.
Oh, that's
risky.
risky.
Actually, Click. Oh no, he's fumbled. The paranoia just catching at the right time.
God, that is unreal. That thought, it
That's
looked like a
so
sitter.
unlucky, so unlucky.
Who's waiting? It's just sat down here if they try and escape. Martin. And with the seconds of silence that tick over towards 8, the more focused he becomes. Gentlemates may fancy that pivot towards B. They may fancy that walk towards C long. It's not without a challenger, a player waiting and striking.
Good, man.
Oh, an in-zone flawless. KC, this second half has been beautiful.
Night and day from what we saw on the first. A string of rounds to their name. Just one away from taking this map 1 now. Said Martin coming alive. A ridiculous amount of multi-kills for him in the second half. And yeah, a real shift in the energy down to some of these player cams as well.
It feels like Sadak's had his finger on the pulse this game, the rotations, the stacks, the approach. But does he land the shot? He doesn't. Kamek super quick with that.
30 seconds.
And Sugetsu, I mean,
Player standing.
that's a little wild.
You might as well.
A crack, I guess, but it is going to be 10 rounds for Gentlemates unless Elite
Spike planted.
get the job done. 9 kills for him. This would be a lot. Dealt with. Waiting for the player to peak, but no one's playing to the tune that he
Gentlemate's
wants.
just going to tuck. Don't want to risk giving away these rifles potentially. Yeah, Elite can get anything.
Oof, okay, 10.
A 4K for Kamek as well. Puts him one away from the Rolling Thunder. A big tool available potentially for Gentlemates. Click. Very close to his, but Zipan does have a Hunter's Fury, so in terms of these kind of playmakers,
Oh,
30 seconds left.
shot from
Sadak
Kamek.
just got, yeah, absolutely clotheslined on that swing. See whether or not he's going to be cleared immediately here or given an opportunity.
Oh.
She lines up Kamek sharp on it though. Dealt with.
Okay, quick rotations coming in. Smoke's going to go up. We're going to be able to disrespect that. Sugetsu, can you hold the line? Can you stop what they've started? No. Click quick with it. And already the side under pressure. Suddenly the punish. And you're going to be saving. So pure retake here. Unless they decide to go early, which I'd highly doubt.
You do have the Rolling Thunder to sit back on as well.
Here we go. This is it. Ult's coming in, Paranoia finds 3, that is beautiful, but they can't gap close. They can't get there in time. They've been held at the door, and you're retaking with an operator, it ain't gonna be easy. They've dealt with the first wave of utility. They put a smoke back up. They're putting theirs on now. Gentlemates stemming the bleeding and holding them back for the trades. Kana, outstanding impact in that one. And Gentlemates handling KC like they're nothing.
The body on the front line, the trade in hand effectively.
It's OT, 12-12. This time around, reset your minds. Gentlemates on the defending side, KC on the attack. We had a quiet Martine here, but this is a different look to him now. He'd warmed up, he looked better. Oh,
The jump.
A mistake. A real fumble on that, and Sugetsu will greet that with a smile every day. But it's just a battle in mid. It's a bit of a brawl. But it's not just a solo affair, it's breaking out across the map. It settles into this 3v2 with a quick run towards C. But my eyes are still looking towards Martine here, tucking in towards that B site, that late lurk potential in play.
He's looking to do damage here. Get behind potentially Mini in transition. Now, does Mini clear him? He's looking towards mid. Surely not.
Hey. Yeah, nice try, nice enough.
I mean, it's rough.
Martine.
He actually swings on the other side to hard clear that, but Martine doesn't miss those.
This is feeling over, especially with this plant. Oh. It's all right, Sadak. You've got uses elsewhere. Ah, yeah, Zipan. It's a horrible position to be in, just watching the clock tick away, really. But Martine to seal it. And a real difference maker this time. It's kind of worked. The smoke went towards long that obviously I don't think was even noted. But there's so many bodies for KC here. The curiosity is going to get the better of them at some point. Yeah, they're already looking towards CT, right? They're like, yeah, we can hear you now. Here we go. But Kamek is so close. Oh, I thought he got away from that. Aves, quick punish. Kamek goes down. The raid boss for Gentlemates is removed. Now Sugetsu looking to get into the board as well. Click, Mini, Kata getting a little bit of a fight back with the numbers simply favorable. KC now on the verge. All on one. Mini has to be a monster. Nice try. But Sadak is there, composure key. And that second half, Mike, was night and day.
Absolutely. The comeback from KC to really find their footing on the second half, Rain.
It looks like a very standard approach towards that B side. See if Elite can stall anything out. Ooh, he's trying to find a little cubby. He's fine. But sadly, lose out on Sadak. Nice flash, though. Swing back in, looking for some support coming in from Aves. Couldn't connect towards Kata. So Gentlemates do win out, at least for the sight side.
Zipan with the backstab as well.
Beautiful timing on that. Does eventually get traded down, but they're trying to find some space, and Kata's up for it. But Martine picking it up where he left off. It's great from Martine.
He starts with a 3K here in the pistol, picking up where he left off from Haven. You had a big question, really, with this big break in between. Can they carry that momentum across the confidence that they were demonstrating in the second half?
Oh, no.
Close out
No,
previously.
Michael, no.
I don't know.
No.
I asked a long time ago for the stage to go red.
Go, guys.
Martine already 2 away from his ultimate.
Oh, he's got 2 potential
He's got
targets
2,
as well.
yeah.
Let alone the ult orb sat there. Water's in.
But this is a fairly invested stack here. Well, not necessarily committed just yet. The drone, yeah, will find. Actually, still gets a kill though. Kada not waiting for full confirmation there. Will be punished on the back of it.
That's not good enough. That is a complete breakdown in communication. Oh, splash. What are you using, Michael? 3v5. This bonus round looking pretty good now.
On the flop side of that, still a 3v5 doable here for Gentlemates. As the plant comes through, it'll be Karmine potentially to find Sada, but actually baited there for a little bit of damage coming in from behind.
Click. It looks like Elite's got your number. You can get the fight, but they're going to turn around to get to. Are you going to get flashed from this? Forced off the angle, maybe a chance, but the diffuse already going. So I think this one's kind of done for, yeah.
Yeah, KC got to be careful. Still 2 members here to try and contest this. Sugetsu, though, forced off the angle early.
But I also like that they dealt with the ward towards B. Like, that to me is huge at this point. Like, that should allow them some pretty late access, which they're going to be banking on now. But do they get past Elite? Going to be noted in position. Sadak's still going to swing on it. Finds Zipan and goes back in for more. Elite now takes the attention. Nice little push and pull. And it's a beautiful sight hold. Very well composed in this mini.
And he's played out of this already.
Wow. Someone loved that.
Yeah.
That was French stream.
Yeah.
What's going on over there?
10 seconds left.
Chuckles, loving it.
Well, no, he's going to be given a chance to find a kill here, but KC on the hunt.
I need to see a timeout for Gentlemates here. They need to get
by the
it
way,
back.
it's going to be the green light for Gentlemates. Still conscious of a mid lurk, but nothing just yet. Elite, yeah, kind of toying with
Oh, the flash. It feels like it needed a little bit more to it, but Sadak trying to get ahead. That's a bold maneuver. Taking some high risks here, and the reward's just not in place. Martine going to get one on the way down, but it's a 3v2.
Spike not yet planted it in a bit of a tricky spot now, actually.
30 seconds left.
Kamek tagged up, down to 21 HP. Arvez and Sugetsu looking to try and recover.
Still got a Prowler as well for Arvez. Kamek trying to be the one to do it. You can see the hesitation, the caution. They are nervous
Further damage
about
done
this.
as well.
Spot on. Still that Prowler there. Not going to have the time really to wait for the Horde to come in, but Sugetsu toying again, still trying to show some presence. Kada isolated. Now the Prowler to go in. Going to be handled. Forced off the angle, but they've got to make that next step.
If they're able to isolate Click here, yeah, with this smoke to cut vision, could be really awkward.
Oh, the Horn back in, still showing the Click's on the site. Just playing around that smoke here. Nice from Click. Oh, that's lovely. That's what the doctor ordered. They needed a round like that.
Gentlemates will get themselves on the board on the back of Click, closing out this post plant. A little bit awkward there when you see the HP bars, but happy to maybe throw one person ahead aggressively. Sadak actually caught with the reveal here.
I didn't even see that.
After Elite fell. Again, you can't really fault it, but getting ahead of the utility. Even, I was going to say Elite, Sugetsu to hold down the fort on A.
This rotation is pretty telling here. Mike, the second that no one flooded through towards long, as soon as they had the likes of Martine taking that space, it all became too clear, too obvious. Karmine Corp in full control. Trying to play it in with the Owl drone. Still got a player behind the box who's gone completely unchecked.
Hang on, yeah.
Okay, but they'll hit that shot. Fair enough, you're down to now a 4v3, man to the good.
It's going to be awkward though, for Kada potentially.
Yeah, that's a tricky spot.
On the light shield as well.
He's got help coming, but Kamek already using his drone. This is all on Martine to feel it out.
There's
The Owl
the
drone.
awareness that somebody's crossed behind this as well.
Owl drone's burnt as well. This is all going to be on them. Working up here. Steps going to be heard. Patience. He's still going to find his man.
Get out,
and
yeah.
Gets out.
30
Beautiful.
seconds left.
Now Sadak can fill that space in. He's got ult. That's going to then set up some more opportunities. But handled. Click with a single focus in mind. Get that backside comfort. And now plant on the horizon.
It's going to be a little awkward. Arvez looking for something
Nice.
ahead of the plant coming in.
That could be a lovely
He's actually
seize.
nearly caught, yeah. But did actually catch, yeah.
Struggling on that though. Couldn't pry the player out of the backside. That Outlaw trickier to bring in now. Harder to make work. has to step forward in unison, trying to trade in really here. Aves now behind the curve. Great shot. Kamek goes down, but Click was the integral one, and he still is. A pace safe card thrifty.
4 on the round for Click. Crucial to keep Gentlemates in here. We'll give them their second. Couple more ultimates as well, looking... Actually, just Click's coming online, sorry. We're building back into it. Yeah, a little awkward here with this exchange in art. Got to credit Gentlemates in finding that 2-for-1. So you noted with the...
Divide gonna go in. Okay, brute force is the way forward, it seems. But again, keep in mind that wall was there. Click. Oh, that's outrageous. Click. No way are you getting away with that. That is unbelievable. And he's back with time to spare. Sadak on the side, though, gets too old, looking like fully blind. What has just happened?
It's KC to come out on top of this pace change from Gentlemates over towards B. Like we said, unconfirmed previously. Martin's not here. It's Elite back to hold down that site. But it's Sadakans to get to clean this up with relative ease, to be honest with you. So Click, unorthodox in approach. Block vision here. Gentlemates once again forced to make a decision outside B.
Sadak! Ow! Oh, he's back in his corner maybe. Oh dear, he's dead. Nowhere to go. Elite's got a pocket to play in though. Why does this always feel like it works from this corner as well? He's still got his wall there.
The stun actually comes through.
It's fine. No one's clearing him yet though. He's getting away with daylight, robbery, patience. He changed his mind and he still kills 3. Oh, a 10-2 like that.
Kind of just has to back away here. Forced off the angle.
Oh, they are hell-bent on forcing this one, though. Here comes the flash. Couldn't turn it in time. Sadak, though, still going to find his shot towards Click, but it's Zipan onto back. Aves now into the fight. Back and forth. KC coming out on top with the 3v2. Taking the space in middle.
Sadak's brute forcing. Has to stand his ground there. Absolutely does. Wall makes it awkward for Kada to justify swinging out just yet. Have to wait ahead of this plant. Now a 2v3 for Gentlemates to try and find just their third elite to find Kada. There's just many left.
He's not had a good half in the first. Needs to triple the score. It's not going to happen, KC. Up to 11 very quickly now, but not committed yet.
Click might get caught on this cross. Aves was holding it. It's actually Mini the one to take the brunt of that damage.
Which almost might indicate that the backside's free, but you feel like they're still going to do their diligence, and there goes the Guardian. Hope riding on that a little.
They almost can't retrieve it as well because of how deep into elbow it's actually, but Mini considering it.
Trying. Zipan, look at the pour-on of utility. There's nowhere for him to go. He's already dead. Martin! You can't just backhand.
Bro, they are getting destroyed. Damn! Map number 1 was so close, dude.
It feels like it is drifting away from them now, Mike. And it is Martin.
Baby point already! I was watching and editing. I had the thumbnail to do as well, man.
Could be a
I was finishing another game.
For map 2.
This man, we had so many tech pauses during this one. You guys have no idea, bro. It was like hours of tech pause. America's about to start already.
Others will find a 3-piece.
Good thing, man, for me that KC is winning this. Actually, I don't want to jinx anything.
Doing brilliantly.
But
And Kamek and Mini.
bro, the tech pauses were insane, especially on the casting, bro.
Handle.
Normal, it's normal.
They are falling for a fake right now. KC going the long way.
They could have helped play a best of 5 and it would be over already, man.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the issues.
Kamek is still going to just have the Sheriff. We'll get an ultimate off this. Aves obviously the one to take the plant, but got to matter too much in the grand scheme of things.
Okay.
Kamek only 3 kills. Yeah, they got destroyed.
Got some util. He's got to be so pivotal with this. And he's getting really close.
Man, the seconds should be
Danger close here.
actually should not be present
Not
in the games.
investing
But
any of the util. Maybe trying to catch someone off guard. What are we up to?
it is what it is, my friends. GG, I hope you have enjoyed the highlights, okay?
At the end there. But a 13
Hope you have enjoyed the game and editing. I see you on VCT Americas.
The composition
That will start right now and
really
tomorrow's games, man.
Like we said, Pearl is where you expect almost you could justify.
Wish you all a great day. He's buying a lot of time. This is pretty good. Okay, that's good. He invested the paranoia.
From the defense. Even still, though, that time is ticking. Spike is only just making its way forward, and with a
Man, Boaster
right now
on their last game was insane, bro. Actually insane.
This one, you can already witness some deep control being held onto by Chronicle, but the remainder already going the other way. They didn't plant.
No.
See, I was so focused on everything else that I genuinely didn't notice that they ran out of time.
I was with you on that one, Tom.
Do we need a technical pause here, guys? Has something gone desperately wrong? That is
what a way to... Bro, I never see a game start with such terrible... This is the worst start I ever saw in my... Okay, there's an issue here. What was the issue, bro?
Being the reason, which I'd really hope it's not. That's an absolute killer to start us.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Nah, you fucked up. Yeah, la 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 la. Nah, 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 nah. No, nah, 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 nah.
We talk.
Investigate this shit. Investigate this shit. Here we go, my friends. Fnatic versus Apex. This is the second time this pistol is happening. We got Floor versus her idol, Chronicle. Fnatic, who is looking incredible. Apex with a new roster.
And Crashies is the one to win it as the rest of the attackers move into the B site, meeting up with that late play from Alfier, who's been containing that deep.
I want to see if Boaster can keep the same level of performance as he did in their last game, bro.
They've done it.
That was epic.
Round of applause, please. But in the meantime, Fluorescent has been able to get one back, putting things into an even scenario. Kayak in a solid position, but somewhat isolated. It doesn't seem to matter, though.
Only on the chest, man.
Picks. And with Batu already dangerous.
Not a big fan, but it works.
And a nade to try and run through.
Hey,
Like a done
check PC.
Hope it seems.
Check PC. Boaster, this is too much, bro. Stop it.
They've lined up with a firing squad waiting.
Okay, that's a big kill.
And Malzy walked into it.
This is the problem.
I decided to keep the first round, man. The one that I got to remake out.
Where they're having to constantly go back to re-clear positions.
I wasn't going to, but I thought it was funny, so... Normally I don't do that, but this one was special.
I think if they continue to use this B main space to punish those faster defensive rotations through the B site, Apex are going to be in a lot of trouble if they can't find a solution to it.
This is a problem. Avova isolated, the rest of the team not particularly close.
I heard one rotating.
Could almost end this round in its tracks. Or even the player towards that defender.
Oh, can Alpha find the time there? I think he can.
This retake definitely not.
You
have to bear in mind this
Alpha can win the round, bro.
A quote-unquote bonus.
If they need him.
Back into the salvo, barely holding on to life as Kayak, but with the showstopper.
Bro, this is beautiful. This is flawless round.
5v2 turned 5v1. Definitely not the time to deploy any ultimates. It should be an easy conversion. Batu trying.
Man, and they don't even know about Alpha.
Creeping his way up on the flank.
Yeah, this so far hasn't worked. Kayak is walking through the snake fight. Absolute lunatic, gets punished. But this almost keeps players on the other side of the map. You've got the hold from Governor. Potentially going to try and deny with the salvos, but that denial will not do enough. Crassy's position is so aggressive, it's not expected.
Man, Fnatic can really snowball about the game here, dude.
Really did. Wow, much more difficult.
This is a save.
With Turtle.
And Fnatic will have 3 big ults for the next round, man.
A player on stairs and leaves this in a position. I mean, 4-0, with the rifles in play, an operator still in their hands.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Hold on to those for the next
That's bad.
Have been winning without their own. And that's probably the more worrying prospect. Boaster has
this is 6-0. They gotta win this round, bro. They gotta win this round. The 7-1. Gotta come here for Apex.
A huge
okay.
The stun combined, I believe, with the smoke and that.
This is their map pick, bro.
Has torn apart Fnatic. A great start.
Man, Quashi has this nightfall for a long time.
Especially when we've seen Fnatic take so many of these rounds so slowly. The one time that they go for that little bit of aggression, it's met pound for pound by Apex. A beautiful adaptation.
I would love to see Ascent, man.
What should be their first round on the board.
Exactly. And that's what we're looking for out of Apex now. What have you got You can take it to Fnatic with.
Careful.
Oh, that was nice by Kayak. Okay, okay.
That one's okay. Fluorescent's not missing that shot. I would have bet my house on it.
I got the spike.
For Alpha.
I would never bet my house, bro. Never, never, never.
If it was Avova, I believe in the clutch, but so much space.
Do you remember who Alpha Year is? Did you watch Lock-In?
Because first I gotta pay it.
These events.
He's not
Number one.
I didn't even know
There's
that.
a couple more trophies at the moment.
I do remember one on Icebox B main. He had quite a good job of clutching up against a certain team in a certain grand final, I think.
Finally around.
Again, we go back to those clears. I think the Prowler usage
Okay.
comes out from.
Oh, this is good for a floor.
One has left the gap. They're aware.
Good shot. That was a hard one.
Very clean engagement. The lurk out here from Chronicle set to meet Avova any moment now.
Oh, big kill by Alpha. Governor, you gotta win that.
Delayed him as Alpha takes
Situation looking better for you.
Point, it seems clear Alpha's the lurk. The C hits where it's coming in, and that's why Avova's still poking his head up.
Man, it was a 5v4. They are dying one by one.
And now that
What's wrong with you? What you guys doing?
Rotate ahead
30 seconds
of
left.
this play. Fnatic
Floor got first blood and they throwing.
My ultimate is ready.
Batu's dropping down.
Getting flashbacks. So around the never was. They got so much information about where two of these players are.
I know what they're throwing. They wanna see the
It's
7-1.
going to force them into an awkward position.
Every day.
Be screwed and eventually.
Gotta
You really do expect that Apex have something up their sleeve. Same comp comes in, and you're like, okay, how are you going to run it? Not like that. Kayak's already ahead, not even hit by the paranoia, and easily eliminating Avova. Again, that A site is
But we gotta say, man,
wide open. And
Fnatic is looking clean, dude.
From Apex, it's like looking at leaves in the wind. They are just being thrown about by the gust of Fnatic.
What is different now, what they are changing up within this same deep.
The energy on the team is looking good. Individually, all the players are feeling it. Are on fire.
Second man got lost.
Got so much hope in your voice there.
They are dangerous, bro. One of the favorites
Here they go, they're doing it. Oh.
for sure.
Oh, the fade on has been put through. I know there's no one on the site itself. I was going to say that we could build
But
it
Apex,
nicely for a combination of the dimensional
What a
rolling thunder,
off the
but
game here, man.
When you're in a 3 versus 5, the gap was
Nothing good for me to say about them.
They know
Nothing.
the kayaks here. They heard a bullet or two connect, and the response is there. Not bad from Batu. That pulls out the Viper's pit. It's going to make this so much tougher.
They make the right call here.
They're saving again, bro. This is brutal. H1, my friends. A disaster of a map for Apex. But keep in mind,
To greet them alongside a stun, so understandable. This time a little bit of a switch up with Fluorescent.
they get 4 rounds. 4 rounds was good. 3 rounds, and the pistol they can drain.
Up there, early aggro, the lead.
But the way they are playing, they are lucky to get one.
Breaking a sweat on
They
this
didn't even
push.
use
Terrible
the
performance.
initial
Terrible,
they were so
terrible.
confident in winning those fights that they sent basically no util. They just dry cleared and used them later on in the round. This is just a sweep. They were talking about waves, right? Well, this has turned into a tsunami, and
They are lost, bro. They are lost.
And hoping to flood back in here, perhaps a chance. 2 players with 2 picks, but it's Avova low HP and dealt with by Alpha Yer. Batu, the last man standing, 3 to pick up. Waiting for that initial contact and swinging together. He does well to isolate a fight, but Alpha is